Hey everybody, Vanny001 here. I've got quite a long video for you here today, so some of you might hang around for it, some of you might not. So whatever you choose to do, I thank you very much for coming and listening to me. Either way. Now, a few things I'm going to talk about. Obviously, it's a long video, so I'm going to start out with my server on Xbox. Now, I've had a lot of people commenting that it's empty, there's never anybody on it. Now, you got to remember, this is an Australian server, okay? If there's nobody on it and you're in the US, it's probably because everybody over here is asleep, alright? Or if you're in the UK or whatever. A lot of people saying, oh, it's laggy, it's laggy. Once again, if you're in the US or the UK, yes, you are going to find it to be a little bit laggy for you. Now, I can't stop people from overseas joining, and I wouldn't. I mean, I have put this server up for my subs, but you do have to realise, if you are in an overseas country, this is an Australian server. You know, there are going to be the majority of Australians on this server. So yeah, you got to kind of chill with the, oh, it's laggy, there's never anybody on it. Typically people get on this server about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they stay to around midnight. So I get on, I haven't been on the last week, I get on usually in the afternoons myself if I do play. I haven't been playing for about 4 days or so. I had a little go last night for probably about 3 games, and yeah, kind of didn't want to push my luck and get all stressed out over it, so kind of quit after that. I have changed the map rotation again now. It's kind of car can at the start, then a bit of normal battlefield at the end there. But you got to change the map rotation once in a while to keep people interested. Now, I did put a comment on the last video asking people, you know, what do you want to, 200% tickets. Kind of covered this already, but 200% tickets, Conquest Rush, or just Rush only. Conquest and Rush mix got the most amount of votes, and 200% tickets got a few votes as well. Now, as I said before, the 200 tickets just doesn't work. If I could put it up to 125 or so tickets, that would probably work a lot better. But 200% tickets, people seem to get a bit bored with the game and it just comes a bit of a grind. And if it is just a walkover where the enemy team isn't attacking, it's just a very long, boring game. So I'm just keeping it at the standard ticket count for now. If in the future they come out with the ability to incrementally bring the tickets up, I might do that. But as of now, it's just, there's no point in it. It could be too much of a grind. I will say the reason I kind of stopped playing last week was playing on this server. We had a number of games that nobody seemed to attack. There was 12 on 12, and I swear I did not see more than 2 people from the enemy team anywhere near a flag on Cargo Island. I don't know what everybody was doing. I've got a real sneaky suspicion a lot of people were camping on the carrier waiting for jets or the helicopter. But, there's not much I can do about it. I still get messages from people saying, oh, this guy's doing this. I can't be the police all the time. I can't monitor everything on the server. Now, when I'm there, if I particularly see someone doing something, I'll get rid of them. But I can't be the police on it, It's not like PC, where I could just look up into the left-hand corner. That was fucking, see that shit right there? That was like action movie shit running through a shitload of explosions. It's not like on PC where I could just look up to the left hand corner and see somebody text chatting, well, this guy's doing this. This guy's camping me on my carrier. I really don't want people doing that. I don't think it's fucking fair, especially on these, Gulf of Oman and Nose Heads Canal Rush, where people get their helicopters and they just camp the enemy carrier. I don't think that's fucking fair. Alright, there's plenty of space for you to fly around without having to strafe the enemy runway all the time. Now, if you think that's bullshit, don't come on the server, okay? Because if I catch you doing it, I will kick you off the server. Won't ban you, I'll just kick your ass off it. Remember, 3 kicks and you are banned. So if you keep coming back and doing it, just, oh, fuck this guy, I'm going to keep doing it. If I keep kicking you, eventually you'll just get banned from the server. So, yeah, keep it in mind. I don't want people being pricks. It's not your right to come on here and troll people. Alright, we are all here to play the game. Just get on there and have a good game. And attack. Defend. Play the fucking objective, would yous? It's just that last week with those games, I was like bewildered. I was wondering where the hell everybody was. I don't know how they missed that guy out of the corner of my eye there, but I did. You play for a few days. You don't play for a few days and you lose your kind of your edge and that. Anyway, get on to another topic. Huey flying. If you're going to fly in the Huey, don't just stick over one particular flag. Now this guy at the moment, he's out here and that. But all he did pretty much was camp the A flag, just circling it and shooting at people at A. And it just did not help anybody, you know. I know they were going for kills and that, but it just, there was no reason for it. I mean, it's a transport chopper. You're supposed to transport people to flags and that. You got the opportunity to get a few at A or whatever, do that, but don't just solely sit around A with it. Okay, now it is a two-seater gun. You know, you have one on each side, but majority of the time you've got to choose a side to put someone on. You know, we typically go on the left-hand side. It was a lot easier for the pilot. So if you're on the right-hand gun and one of us is flying, you're probably not going to get many kills because we try to keep that left-hand gun facing the enemy all the time. That's a good way to do it, you know. It makes it a bit easier. And if you're flying, you gotta, you know, keep your altitude too, because you end up taking a tank round. It's just tragic for everybody who's inside the chopper. Now, I am so thankful that they put hit markers finally on these miniguns. It's such a great benefit. It really is. Just before it was, am I hitting the guy? I don't know if I'm hitting the guy, but now you do. You know you're hitting that guy. So that's a great thing they've done there. So I'm going to talk about everything, pretty much Battlefield, because it's quite a long time to talk. So I'm going to talk about everything Battlefield. We've got the M26 glitch, or the Dart glitch, where you put it with a G3A3 and it's just a fucking ridiculous weapon now. I've seen a couple of comments, people saying that was there from the start of the game and only people have found out about it now. Others are saying it was from the rent-to-server patch, that they've screwed it up and everything was done at that time. I don't really care when it was done. All I really care about is when it will be fixed. Now, I've got a sneaky suspicion that it will not be fixed until June, when Close Quarters is coming out. And that's kind of tragic, I think. I know they have this policy now at DICE to do one big patch instead of doing multiple patches, tiny patches to fix a patch. Now, they used to do that with Battlefield 2. You know, they'd bring out a patch which screwed the game up, and then they'd have to bring out another patch to fix the patch. And their policy now is not to do that. I can't agree with that. Okay, if something is broken, obviously broken, now whether it be the M26 Dart, whether it be AA air-to-air missiles on choppers not affecting jets because they're moving at higher speed, then they're things that need to be fixed instantly. Suppression, which is, you know, as I said, the elephant in the room. I fucking hate the suppression mechanic now. I know people say you put the cover system on and that takes care of everything. But if you don't have that communication with your squad, you know, if you do have randoms in here, like Ozzy and I are playing with a couple of randoms now, you probably see some multiple squad perks that are the same. Then you have to give up your squad perk, what you're used to running with, to put the cover on. Okay? I don't find that helps out anything. Okay? It's still fucking too much. If I'm shooting at a guy, right, and then one of their teammates, one of the enemy, puts a round, 2 rounds near me from a distance, but I can't see him, I can only see the guy that's in front of me, like, say, 3 meters, 4 meters away, I'm immediately suppressed. Even if I catch the guy that's 3 or 4 meters away from me, unawares, and that other guy puts 2-3 rounds down onto me, doesn't hit me, I'm instantly suppressed. That other guy can turn around, my aim's completely gone because I'm suppressed, he can just take me out easily. Now, I did see a cheeky posting from Gustav Hauling in reply to, I think it was Juglinator on Twitter. Jug was asking about, the suppression, is it's too much, when is it going to be fixed? And Gustav Hauling replied that you should practice your aiming. I don't find that's fucking cheeky as, dude. Come on. A lot of commentators are saying that the suppression mechanic is too much. And I'd like to know who the fuck, seriously, who the fuck was complaining about suppression in the first place? I'd love to see the number of people that actually said, oh, this needs to be fixed. And if that's the number of people necessary for something to be changed in this game, let's all fucking meet that number next time we want something changed in the game, because obviously DICE listened to a certain group of people who said that, oh, the suppression mechanic sucks, you guys need to increase it. I never found a problem with it. I never once had a problem with suppression. I don't know, I'm fucking bewildered why they even touched it in the first place. It was nothing wrong with it. It was perfect. You noticed it. Okay, you were suppressed. You knew that. You knew you were being shot at. But the way it affects your aim now, the way that a support has like this beast fucking suppression on you is just ridiculous. Just the amount is, it's too much. And Demise, has said pretty much on the DRMB podcast that he may have overdone it. Okay, he said that, we're going to adjust it. And then again, do we have to wait, till fucking June? And then when the June patch comes out, what else is going to mysteriously get broken? And then do we have to wait until Armored Kill for another patch? Which I'm kind of speculating that it will come out around October, Armored Kill. So June to October. Now that's just speculation, I'm not confirming anything. But let's say for argument's sake, it is October. So Close Quarters comes out in June, we get the new maps, we get new weapons, and we find out, 3 of the weapons in the new unlocks and that are completely and utterly overpowered. Or they don't fire right, or the accuracy sucks, or something. Now, we have to wait from June to October for a fix. How many people are okay with that? I'm not. Let you know that now. I'm not really okay with that fact that we would have to wait, 5 more months for a patch, like we have, between now, the last patch, and the other patch that we had. It's not on. They have to fix these issues when they come up. It's just the way it is. And I really think for us console players, it's never going to be a patch to fix a patch, because the way the console is, patched and that, it takes this X amount of money and this amount of time, and I might be mistaken in this, but I do believe that Microsoft only allow 3 patches per year on games. If that's true, someone probably could confirm or say that I'm full of shit or whatever. But if that's true, I don't think we're ever really going to get what we need out of this game on console. I saw Jimmy the Snake, he tweeted out, Battlefield 3 on console is perpetually going to be a beta. It's never going to be fixed. It's never going to be what it should be. And I'm beginning to agree with him. It's in a state of perpetual beta, where there is no finished product here. We're not getting what we paid for, in a sense. Now, I know I've said it before, they're working over 3 platforms. They've got a lot of shit to do. They've got DLC coming out, they've got this coming out. I think their policy, though, on, one patch every so often, one big patch to fix everything, is a flawed one. And maybe it's not possible for them to bring multiple patches out for console, which I don't think it is. But, something's got to be done to fix this shit up. because the list of things that are broken in this game is getting increasingly long. You know, AA missiles not working against fast-moving jets. I mean, I believe that's been since release, that has been a problem. It's still not fixed. We have, you know, the M26 Dart glitch. We have, you know, suppression, which is the newest one, and the M26 glitch. I just think this needs to be addressed ASAP and not 5 months down the track, where a lot of people had thought, ah, screw this game, it's never going to get fixed, it's just going to be perpetually a beta game that's never completed. I get knife right there, so that's kind of sucked. So yeah, if that's the way it's going to be, people are just going to move on. Now, getting on to some other news, getting off that topic, Battlefield 4 has been announced. Okay, so, you know, how long is this game going to be supported for? And there are rumors going around that EA is testing out a subscription model for Battlefield 4. Now, will you pay EA and DICE money to play Battlefield 4 when you know their track record when it comes to fixing their games? And will that subscription fee give you some sort of security in knowing that, yes, okay, this is an issue, you pay us money, so yes, we're going to fix it. If you think about it that way, we're paying them money now. We rent servers from them. Okay? We are in a sense, some of us, paying a subscription fee already. Okay? It's about $80 for 3 months or so, $88 or so Australian, I think it is, something like that. That's what I've paid for 3 months to own my own server. But that still does not give me any security in knowing that this game will be playable. My feeling right now is that it is playable. However, there are a number of issues that make it frustrating to play, not enjoyable to play. I think that is not a good thing for a game. So yeah, would you pay EA and DICE a subscription fee for Battlefield 4? There's a question for you to answer in the comments below. So we getting on to another subject. We have the new trailer for the new close quarters map. What do you think about that? Personally, I think it's going to be one hell of a clusterfuck. Now, as you saw in the trailer there was a lot of destruction and that, but you got to remember that was made with a, you know, a trailer in mind. They're showing you certain aspects that you probably won't ever see actually yourself in the game, like the amount of destruction and that. My only real fear about it is just going to become explosive spam central. I just don't know how many people are going to be able to control themselves with RPGs, 320s, C4, claymores. Now that will be probably rampant in the first few days of the map. You know, the map's been released. As I've said before, I personally am only buying this map pack for the weapons. A lot of people are doing the same. I can't say that I'm going to enjoy the maps yet. I can't say that I'm not going to enjoy them. I'll wait until they are released and I'll play them, and if I feel that they're shit, I'll say they're shit, because that's what I do. I say what's on my mind. I'm not going to fucking pander to the mob. You know, whatever's on my mind at this particular moment, you're going to hear about it. So the trailer was impressive. The map looks rather large. If it's for close quarters, seems to be a lot of access points to different levels, a lot of ways to flank enemies and that. I'm not too sure about this Conquest Domination, how that will play. It just seems to be a small, very small version of Conquest in itself. So I'm not really sure if there'll be some particular rule or something that will make it different from Conquest in itself. But it looked okay. I'm not saying that the map didn't look good. It did look good. It looked fucking brilliant. I'm not saying the destruction didn't look good, because it did. It looked brilliant. I'm saying that for the first few days, people are going to be testing how much explosives they can spam. That's what this is going to be the thing. The initial, I bet you any money, the first thing you get killed by when you get into that game won't be a gun. I won't guarantee. I'll say 80% sure, 75, 80% sure that the first thing you get killed by is either a Claymore, C4, 320, or an RPG. You know, that explosive spam. I bet you any money. And that's alright, you know, people will work that shit out of their system soon enough. I mean, they'll get sick of it themselves, they'll stop doing it. Some people will find it amusing, they'll keep doing it. But, you know, I'm not going to judge the maps. I'm not going to say to you guys right now that that's going to be shit because it's close quarters. I'm not going to say that's not Battlefield until I played it. But I do have the feeling that Armored Kill will be the preferred map pack for me. Because I do like large, you know, open maps, you know, at range engagements and all that. Close quarters is fine, but it's not conducive to my playstyle. I like, you know, the larger maps. I like Gulf of Oman. I like this kind of sized map where it has wide open spaces, but then it has those moments of close quarter combat. I think that's where they need to draw the balance, just giving us, okay, this is for the close quarter guys, this is for the guys that like, you know, vehicle engagements and all that sort of stuff. This map pack for you, this map pack for you. I think they just need to make a map that has elements of both, like this does. This has elements of both. Now, I think that is a guy that's glitched up in the sky up there. I'm kind of like looking at him for a second, but I don't know, he might have been. Anyway, getting back to it. I get distracted by shiny objects and pretty things. So, my overall feeling about Battlefield 3 is the game is playable. It is a great game, and this actually, I just saw this shit right here. That vehicle disabled on a Jeep with an RPG at less than 2 fucking feet away. Come on. They should have just killed everybody inside the bloody thing, man. It really should have. That's one thing that's pissed me off since day one, and the fact that once they are disabled, they can still move as quick as when they weren't. So that's, you know, just fuck off with that shit. That's kind of bullshit in my mind. Another moment coming up later where it's, okay, I killed myself, but it should have killed everybody in that Jeep as well at that range. So anyway, getting back. The game itself, after what I just said, here we go. Fucking hypocrite much. But it is playable. I do enjoy it, but not for as long a time as I used to with Bad Company 2. I could sit there and play Bad Company 2 6 to 8 hours at a time. You know, stay up to like 2 in the morning playing Bad Company 2. With Battlefield 3, 4 or 5 games and I'm done. You know, since the patch, I really can't play this game for an extended period of time. Suppression bugs the hell out of me. You know, just other little bullshit things that are in the game that just annoy the hell out of me. And it does come down to the players sometimes. I can't change the way people are going to play the game, so I'm not going to stress about that. However, you know, there are things I don't like, there are things I do like. I think that's a fair position to stand. I don't think I'm being unfair to the game, and I don't think I'm being too fanboyish about the game. I prefer playing this over a lot of other games. However, I played Gord 2 the other night, and I enjoyed the fucking shit out of that game. We just had a lot of fun. You know, brought back some memories when we used to play it all the time. It was just plain old fun, and it has spectating mode too. Now, if a game that old can have spectating mode, why can't this have spectating mode? You know, just why? You know? Anyway, it's probably something to do with Frostbite too, but I'm not really too fussed on the whole thing. If they give it to us, they give it to us. They don't, they don't. We'll never get Battle Recorder on console. It just won't happen. I don't care who you've talked to or anything. I can probably 99% guarantee that you will never get Battle Recorder on console. It will only ever appear on PC. Yeah, that one guy I thought, I'll get it fucked. No. But yeah, so they're just things that we will never get on console that we have to deal with. You know, and Battle Recorder will be one of them. But yeah, So I hope everybody gets where I'm coming from. I'm not ragging on the game. I'm just giving my valid, what I believe to be valid opinions about the game. And I think suppression's gone too far, and a developer has said that it's gone too far. And my only real gripe is that we're gonna have to wait, you know, till June. It's a month or so away, but we've already been playing with it for over a month or so now, too. It's just, yeah, come on. There's got to be a way they can fix this with, you know, a small patch. Just boom, done, fixed. Yeah. We're never, on console, we're never going to get the updates like the PC guys do, because it's very simple for them to get the updates. It's not so easy for us. That was a big clusterfuck of mammoth proportions right there, right in front of me. That was just madness. Those guys just got all taken out by a friendly. As I've said in the past, you know, I'm always hopeful for this game. I haven't given up on it. A few of my mates have completely given up on it. I'm still very hopeful for this game. I think it has the potential to be great, but as I said, you know, and I agree with Jimmy the Snake when he says this, that it does feel like, on console at least, that it'll always be in a state of perpetual beta. It will never be a completed game like we want it to be. I thought it was going to be real clever fucking here with the, oh, get him with the gun, and he started driving at me and I started taking damage, so I thought, now that, I'm sorry, that should have killed them both. I would have taken the suicide yet, but that should have killed them both. At that range, with a fucking small, no way anybody survives inside that Jeep. And people say, oh, it's realistic, it's a realistic. No, it's fucking not. Here's your proof right there. Nothing in this game is, you know, realistic. It's a simulation. That's all it is. So yeah, there we go. Long video. Probably a few of you thought, fuck this shit, and just left. But if you did, I fucking thank you very much. Love yous in the butt. Hanging around and listening to me whinge and bitch for almost fucking half an hour. So I'll catch us again next time. And thanks for watching.